Hello students, I hope you all are doing well. In the previous video, we started up with the first lesson, representation of geographical features, and we studied about different geographical features. Now in today's video, we'll start up with what is a map, its types, and how can we measure distance on the map. So let's begin. A map is a representation of the Earth's features drawn on a flat surface. Maps use symbols and colors to represent features of an area, simplifying the real world. Maps are visual representation of a much larger land. Now we come to types of maps. Maps can be classified into the following types. The first one, plans. Now plans are a set of two-dimensional diagrams or drawings used to describe a place or an object. They are drawn on a printed paper and are often used for technical purposes as in architecture, engineering or planning. They represent 3D objects on 2D plane. Now we come to the second one, that is the wall maps. Now wall maps are large maps which are designed to be hung upon the wall of a room and to be read while in this position. The next one is the atlas maps. Now, as we know that atlas is a book of maps, facts and figures about different places. It contains various charts, maps, it shows different tables, it shows the cities, towns, roads and different geographical features. Hence, the different maps which are contained in the atlas comes under atlas maps. Next one is the physical maps. Now, physical maps show what the surface of the earth looks like, which includes mountains, rivers, valleys and deserts. They also show a variety of basic information like the coastlines, cities, rivers, landforms, etc. The next we come to the political maps. A map that shows the boundaries of cities, states and countries is known as the political map. The next one is the thematic maps. Now, thematic maps are those maps which focuses on a particular theme. They might include the climate, vegetation, economy, population, language. In your atlases, when you turn the pages, you will find there are maps which are related to climate, which are related to natural vegetation. So these are the thematic maps. The next one is the cultural maps, and these maps are concerned with the cultural diversity of a country. The next we come to topographic maps, and before this we should know what this topography means. Now topography concerns the shape and characteristics of the Earth's surface. Now topographic maps are types of maps which are characterized by large scale detail and quantitative representation of relief using contour lines. Now these include the contour lines to show the shape and the elevation of the area. These are used by engineers when they are planning to make roads, buildings or other human-made structure. We come to the measurement of distance on the map. Now distance on the map can be measured by scale and three different methods are used. The direct distance method, the indirect distance method and by opsimeter. Now we come to the first method, that is the direct distance method. It is measured as the crow flies, so it is also called the crow fly distance. It is measured by placing a strip of paper along the needed line. You have to mark the points on the strip and then place the strip of paper on the linear scale given at the bottom of the map. And with a pair of dividers, you can also measure the direct distance. To find the direct distance, measure the distance between the center of the two places in centimeters. Now convert it into kilometers or meters according to the scale which is given and then round it off to the nearest kilometer or meters. Now if a linear or a graphic scale is not given but the RF is given, then one has to find out the number of kilometers represented by its statement of scale in centimeters. So you have to convert RF into a statement first. So let's see an example. Now the first example is, how many kilometers are represented by 7 centimeter if the RF is 1:50,000? So 1 centimeter on the map is represented by 50,000 centimeters on the ground, and hence when we convert centimeter into kilometers, it comes to half a kilometer. And then 1 centimeter is represented by half, so 7 centimeters is represented by 7 upon 2, which comes to 3 1 by 2 kilometers. Now we come to the next method, that is the indirect distance or the route distance method. Now the distance is measured along the road, railway line, river, etc. And to measure this distance, a piece of paper or thread is used. For example, if there are 2 points A and B and one has to find the distance between them, and we will be using a piece of thread to find out the distance. The first thing is to mark a starting point on the thread and then keep on twisting the thread on all the curves till the destination or the point B is found out. Put a point on the terminating points on the threads. Then stretch the thread and measure its length in centimeter or millimeter. Divide the total length of the thread and you'll get the route distance in kilometers and meters. Now we come to the third method by using an opsimeter. Now an opsimeter is a small instrument used to measure the distance from the map. Opsimeter are of 2 types. The first consists of a wheel that drives a pointer on a dial showing distances covered across the map in centimeters or inches, which can then be converted into actual distances on the ground. In the second type, a wheel moves along the axle. When the distance to be measured has been covered, the wheel is put on the scale line and pushed along until it has returned to its starting point at one end of the axle. The point reached on the scale is the distance traveled. With this, we come to an end of the video. I hope you all have understood it well. The remaining portion, we'll do it in the next video. Thank you.